What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, former IBF super featherweight, super middleweight, world champion, superstar boxer, Caleb Sweethand Plant, 22 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 13 wins by way of knockout. He himself was knocked out 1 time in his career, 30 years of age, 6'1" with a 74-inch arm reach. He's going into a showdown, a massive showdown, finally, with undefeated 2-time WBC super middleweight world champion, Mexican Ecuadorian superstar boxer, David Benavidez, okay? There hasn't been a date officially set, but it looked like that fight is going to take place in February, okay? David Benavidez is undefeated. David Benavidez, 26 wins, no loss and no draw, 23 big wins by way of knockout. He is 25 years of age, 6'2", with a 75-inch arm reach. So David Benavidez and Caleb Plant, they're going to finally meet. At one point in time, before 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer, who's currently the undisputed super middleweight world champion and the face, widely considered to be the face of the sport of boxing, Saul Canelo Alvarez decided to make 168-pound super middleweight his division. The biggest fight in the division was Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez, okay, unification bout, but it never came to fruition, okay? And so with that said, okay, now we have a situation where it's definitely going to happen. Caleb Plant, he got knocked out by Canelo Alvarez. David Benavidez, he lost his belt on the scale, you know, and so now we're going to finally get the fight where we're going to get Canelo Alvarez versus, Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez. Finally, we're going to get this fight to come to fruition, okay? So with that said, Caleb Plant was asked, how did this come to fruition? And on top of how did this come to fruition, right? How did, what was the choice? What was the choices, right? Because initially it looked like David Benavidez was going to face off against Jose Uzcategui, somebody that Caleb Plant had already beaten, okay? But Jose Uzcategui, he suffered an injury or so and was pulled out the fight. So now we get Caleb Plant and David Benavidez. Oh, Caleb Plant, he dropped a massive bomb. Caleb Plant stated that it was between him, David Benavidez, and undefeated 2-division world champion, who's the reigning WBC middleweight world champion, superstar boxer, Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo is 32 wins, no losses, no draw, 22 big wins by way of knockout, 32 years of age. He's 6 foot tall with a 74-inch arm reach. So he stated that after my fight with Canelo Alvarez and before my fight, Caleb Plant, he stated that we had an agreement already in place to face off against, we had an agreement to face off against each other, Caleb Plant and Jermall Charlo. And then he says that Jermall Charlo absolutely ghosted him and everybody, and he was nowhere to be found, right? He says that, you know, but still after he beats David Benavidez, right, obviously Caleb Plant's confident that he's going to win the fight. So he says that after he beats David Benavidez, he has all plans to fight Jermall Charlo. Now, another fighter has been thrown in the mix, undefeated 2-division world champion, who was the former reigning WBO middleweight world champion, Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. He is now 168 pounds, and he's now signed with Showtime, PBC Premier Boxing Champions, founder and advisor Al Heyman. So it looks like Demetrius Andrade, who was 31 wins, no loss and no draw, 19 wins by way of knockout. He is 6 feet tall with a 74-inch arm reach. He's making his PBC Showtime debut against Damon Nicholson January 7th in Washington, D.C., okay? So Demetrius Andrade is 34 years of age. So he's another player, and it looks like they're bringing in Demetrius Andrade to face Jermall Charlo, right? They have a history. Jermall Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, they have a history because Demetrius Andrade was scheduled to face Jermall Charlo, identical twin brother, who is the undisputed junior middleweight world champion, superstar boxer, and he pulled out. There's reports he pulled out 10 days before the fight. It's a lot of confusion, but nonetheless, there's a storyline and they have history, that being Demetrius Andrade and Jermall Charlo and the Charlos overall period, right? And so with that said, now we're going to see how this unfolds and plays out, okay, moving forward. And so Caleb Plant is stating that Jermall Charlo ducked the fight, right? Jermall Charlo has not been active. Jermall Charlo has not fought since June of 2021. He was scheduled to face off against Macy Selecki June of this year, okay, which is which is a holiday in Texas. He was supposed to fight Juneteenth weekend in Houston, Texas this year, okay? The 2022, he was supposed to face off against Macy Selecki, but he reportedly suffered a back injury and was not able to continue. But again, he fought Juan Montiel June of 2021. He was scheduled to come back a year later, June of 2022, suffered a back injury. Now he's not coming back till 2023. And Caleb Plant is saying that he was looking, and they were looking to set up a fight for Jermall Charlo and Caleb Plant, and Jermall Charlo ghosted him. Jermall Charlo in his career has fought a total of 2 world champions that was world champions by the time he fought and beat them. 2, okay? Which is his first fight, which was against Cornelius K9 Bundridge, okay? Then it was his second fight, which was against Austin No Doubt Trout. So now he did beat Julian J. Rock Williams, but J. Rock Williams didn't become a world champion until 3 years after Jermall Charlo beat him. So by the time he fought them, he's only fought 2 world champions in 32 fights at 32 years of age. He's only fought 2 world champions total, okay? For somebody of Jermall Charlo's stature, that's not a good look. And he's just not active. And to not fight a fight against Caleb Plant, he had the opportunity. David Benavidez was calling him out after he stated that he would brutally knock out David Benavidez. David Benavidez was calling him out. He didn't take the fight with David Benavidez. He stated that I'm not a super middleweight. But then we see him talking to undefeated WBA light heavyweight world champion Russian superstar boxer Dmitry Bivol, and he's telling Dmitry Bivol, I'll fight you at 168. He told Canelo Alvarez, I'll fight you at 168, right? And so, you know, he has an opportunity to move up to 168 for big fights, but he's picking and choosing what fights those are. He's on camera. We see Jermall Charlo on camera with Caleb Plant. And before Caleb Plant fought Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant, Jermall Charlo went to hug him, say, hey man, showing him love. And Caleb Plant said, no, I'm gonna see you after this fight. We gonna meet up. We gonna make it happen after this fight. And Jermall Charlo's like, yeah, just be safe in there, take care of your business, you know, I love you, so on and so forth. And Caleb Plant, he walked off. Caleb Plant is a dog, has a dog mindset. Caleb Plant, he lets it be known, I don't want no friends in the sport of boxing. He wants to fight the absolute best there is to offer. Jermall Charlo is considered one of the best fighters in the world. This is a fight that Jermall Charlo needs for his career. Again, fighting the Macy Seleckis. Now it looks like he's going to fight Macy Selecki again. Caleb Plant fought Canelo Alvarez. Then he fought Anthony Durrell. Now he's fighting David Benavidez. David Benavidez is looking to fight the absolute best there is to offer. Right? And Jermall Charlo is inactive and picking and choosing who he wants to fight when he wants to fight him. He's going on over a year and a half of inactivity. Over a year and a half of inactivity. Right? That's no good. It's simply no good. Point blank and period. So, you know, Caleb Plant saying that he called him out. Obviously, Caleb Plant, it's a huge hurdle to get past David Benavidez. David Benavidez is a freak of nature. David Benavidez has very fast hands. David Benavidez has power in both hands. You know, David Benavidez, you know, is skilled. He's durable. So that's a tough fight. But Caleb Plant is a pure boxer. He can move. He got power. He knocked out of the year, arguably, over Anthony Durrell in his last fight, which speaks volumes. So, you know, it's huge opportunity, you know, for David Benavidez and Caleb Plant because, you know, everybody wants to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's the sweepstakes. Caleb Plant got his opportunity. First half of the fight, I thought he was winning. He faded in the second half and he got knocked out. He can't fade in the second half against David Benavidez. Everybody wants the opportunity in their sweepstakes to get a fight with Canelo Alvarez, and it just simply is not going to happen. Canelo Alvarez, his 2023 is already mapped out, except for the last part of the year, which is, he don't have the fight. We don't know what he's going to do in December, right? But in May, he's going to fight John Ryder. In September, he's going to fight a rematch with Bivol. And if he tries to get a third fight in, maybe he'll be David Benavidez, Caleb Plant winner. Let's see how it unfolds. But it's shocking to see Jermall Charlo turn down an opportunity to fight Caleb Plant. It's a big opportunity. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.